Well, what's up, Wayfinders, and hello from Disney's Pop Century Resort. We are back for another wonderful week here at Walt Disney World, and today we're going to be hanging out here at Pop and also going over to Magic Kingdom, and who knows what else we are getting into today, but make sure to follow along. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you've listened to our podcast before, you know that Pop Century is probably my favorite of all of the value resorts. I love the big theming. I love that each decade, from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s is represented, and the music is really fun. It's just a unique resort, and I think of all the values, it's absolutely the best. But today we are here to A, check into our room, but then also B, we're going to try out the food court. The food court just got refurbished, and we're going to go check it out because I don't really spend a whole lot of time eating here at Pop Century as compared to obviously the other resorts that are value or even the moderates. And so we're going to go check it out. We're going to see what new options they might have and see if it's worth maybe taking your time if you're staying here at Pop Century. All right, y'all, so we just finished eating over at the food court at Pop Century. Again, this was just refurbished not too long ago, so just wanted to give it a quick try to see if it's any different than it was before. Honestly, if I was to give it a one-word review here, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's also just not, the best food you're going to find here at Disney. I got the chicken parmesan with pasta, and the chicken was all right. I mean, wasn't dry or anything, but just didn't have a whole lot of flavor. And then, the pasta just is plain pasta. Nothing really spectacular about it or anything to write home about. And the Alfredo sauce, just kind of mid. So nothing too crazy with this place. If you want to give it a shot, if you're staying here at Pop Century, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's definitely a step up from your all-star resort food courts, but overall, just there's much better food that you're going to find here on property than the food courts at some of these value resorts. So, but you know what, we gave it a shot, we gave it a try, and now we're going to move on. We're going to head on over now to Magic Kingdom and see what kind of fun we can get into there. All right, friends, so we are here at Magic Kingdom now. Apparently, I walked in on the rare 12 o'clock parade instead of the 3 o'clock parade, so I'm sorry if it's hard to hear me back here. Now, I tried to find a spot kind of off to the side. Really, there's no agenda with today. There's no set plans. There's no dining. There's no anything. We're just trying to see from today how crowds are looking so far and maybe what's to come this week. So stay tuned, follow along, and I'll check back in a little bit. All right, so time for a little mid-afternoon check-in. So honestly, today's gone pretty well so far. A lot of wait times hanging around in that 25 to 30 minute range, which is actually really, really good for this park. And honestly, I got on Peter Pan's flight, which normally is about an hour wait all day long, got on it in less than 30 minutes. So I've been pleasantly surprised by how much we've gotten done here today at Magic Kingdom. Crowds have been pretty manageable so far. So looking forward to seeing if that'll continue to kind of hold up the rest of the day. Thinking about hopping on over to Epcot here in a little bit, just because I want to try to squeeze in a Guardians ride to close out today, and gonna see what's on the menu for the Flower and Garden Festival. So we'll still stick it out here at Magic Kingdom for a little bit longer, but then we might make our way on over somewhere else a little bit later. But of course, I'll keep you guys informed as we go along. So check back in just a little bit. All right, friends, so we are here at Epcot, but we got here right as some heavy rain just dropped. So I ran to Spaceship Earth, knocked that out. Hopefully the rain is about to pass so we can go ahead and get around World Showcase, do all those fun things for the Flower and Garden Festival. But if not, we'll do as many inside things as we can, and then hopefully grab something good to eat while we're here, and then head on back for the night. But keep following along, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, y'all, so a few of the festival items I got tonight that were really, really good. The beef tenderloins in Canada, super, super good. Enjoyed those. Of course, you can't go wrong with Canada and either the steak bites when those are usually available, like during the Food and Wine Festival, or this with the tenderloin. It was super, super good. If you're coming to the Flower and Garden Festival, I would highly suggest stopping by Canada and picking those up. I also went to France, and at one of their 2 booths that they have, I believe this was the Fleur de Elise booth, is where I got, I don't know what to call it, but it's the duck gnocchis. They have a proper name for it, but I'm not going to be able to say it. But these were good. The duck parts were really good. The gnocchi parts, not so much. They pulled them out and uncovered them with like a foil thing, so I just don't think they were made like fresh right in front of me. But other than that, flavor was really good for the duck at least, but the gnocchi could have been a little better. But honestly, the thing that got my attention the most was the dessert that I picked up, and I'm going to look it up in the festival guide for you because I cannot say this from memory. It is the coconut chocolate flanoccio, and this was phenomenal. I was a little nervous about it because it was like a coconut custard on a chocolate cake with like a citrusy syrup on top, but y'all, it was incredible. Incredible. It was a perfect little dessert to end out the festival booth run tonight on, and honestly, it's a must get. It's also on the Garden Graze, which is a little challenge that they do during this festival, like a Meals Fromage montage that we've done before here on the vlogs a couple years back. Very similar challenge. It's just you're getting stuff from the Flower and Garden Festival, obviously, and that's one of the items that's on that list. So you can get a stamp for it. And the good thing is we have all week to get some more stamps for our collection from that festival. So hopefully we're going to be able to do that a little bit more, try some more booths out as we go along. But hey, we're going to head back now, and then I'll wrap up as soon as I get back to our resort. All right, friends, so we are back now wrapping this thing up. Hey, you know what? We had an awesome day today. Considering I didn't even get into the Disney area until lunch today. The fact that we had an awesome Magic Kingdom day where we got to go on a ton of rides with little wait times at all, basically. Hopped on over to Epcot, went to some festival booths, rode some of our favorite rides. I think it was a successful day. Yes, we didn't get to watch any of the shows. Yes, we did not end up getting that Guardians ride, but with a partial travel day for me, I was just a little exhausted, and so sometimes you got to call it when you got to call it. But today was a great day, and this is going to be an awesome week. So if you guys would, hey, make sure you're subscribed, keeping up with us. Make sure you're also following along with the podcast as well. We'll talk about some of the things that have happened this week when I get back on the podcast. So make sure you guys are following that as well. And hey, guess what? We're going to have a great week with some surprises in there, some awesome meals lined up. So make sure to tune in each day this week when the vlog drops on our YouTube channel. But until then, I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day. And we'll talk to you again real soon.